Today we are painting a sweet summer treat, ice cream sandwiches in watercolor. We'll build the painting step by step with warm cookie layers, creamy filling, and soft shadows. You can find the materials list and outline link in the description. I'm starting by mixing yellow ochre and burnt umber. This gives me a warm brown that works nicely for the cookie part of the ice cream sandwich. Before I begin painting, I gently lift some of the pencil lines with a kneaded eraser. I don't want the sketch to be too dark, but I still need to see it clearly enough while painting. Now I wet the top cookie of the first ice cream sandwich with clean water. Then I drop in my brown mix while the paper is still wet. This gives the cookie a soft, slightly uneven watercolor look. I'm adding a little darker mix around the edges to give the cookie some shape and texture. Even though the surface is quite simple and smooth, these darker edges help it look a bit fuller. Next, I use burnt umber for the darker dots on the cookie. These represent the little holes or dents in the ice cream sandwich. For this step, the timing is important. The paper should still be damp, but not too wet. If it is too wet, the dots will spread too much. I also make sure there is not too much water in my brush. A small note here. I erased my pencil sketch a little too much, so now it is a bit difficult to see where the dots are supposed to go. So when you lighten your sketch, don't make it disappear completely. Next, I paint the bottom cookie layer of the first ice cream sandwich with a darker brown mix. Now I dry the painting with a heat tool. You can also use a hairdryer. For this painting, drying is quite important because even though the subject is simple, there are several layers and we need the paper to dry between some of the steps. Then I repeat the same process for the ice cream sandwich underneath. I wet the cookie area, add the warm brown mix, darken the edges slightly, and then add the darker dots while the paper is still damp. Next, I paint the side edges of the cookie layers. This small step helps the ice cream sandwiches look more three-dimensional. And then I dry everything again. Now I take buff titanium for the ice cream filling. If you don't have buff titanium, you can try mixing white with a tiny touch of yellow ochre and burnt umber. It won't be exactly the same, but it gives a similar, warm, creamy tone. I paint the ice cream filling with a very pale buff titanium mix, just enough so that it stands out a little from the white paper. Buff titanium is a lovely color for this because it reminds me of vanilla ice cream. Then I use a clean damp brush to lift away some of the color so the filling still looks mostly white. For the final step, I add shadows with neutral tint. I try to look carefully at the reference photo and notice where the shadows are. First, I add them very softly, and then I make them a little darker close to the ice cream sandwiches. I also add a shadow with the brown mix on the lower ice cream sandwich, where the other sandwich is resting on top of it. While painting this part, I thought that maybe another color would have worked even better for the shadow on the white filling, but because I kept it very light, it still works fine. And now the painting is finished. Thank you so much for painting with me today. What summer themed things would you like to paint next? Let me know your ideas in the comments.